You got it on, you break it down and roll one.
All right, so um, about a week or two ago, I was on Twitter and um, I just seen like AJ Francis, just use people. If you don't know who AJ Francis is, he's a former WWE wrestler. I think he was in NXT too, and he got fired and released, and now he's in TNA, part of a tag team, Rich Swann and faction, whatever. And he was like tweeting out stuff, like retweeting my stuff, and a lot of times it puts engagement, and people are retweeting their stuff out. I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, okay, he's retweeting my stuff out. I'm like, okay, I'm a YouTuber. I'm looking to do interviews, some of the wrestlers and stuff like that. So I was like, I hit him up. I was like, this guy's really like multiple times retweeting me out and stuff. So I was like, I hit him up and he goes to me. And I just kind of seen him do stuff like this on Twitter, use people's accounts that have a little bit of following and try to use himself as leverage, to make himself look more and more. And there's an etiquette and there's a way to doing things, using someone else's to up your clout. So I called them out on it. And you can see right here, I said, I DM'd this guy to do an interview, even asked how to must be charged, because I was going to ask him how much does it cost, because some people charge, some people don't, some people like, hey, I just want the exposure, what have you. A simple no would have been cool, but I didn't know, I had no, but don't have an issue, hold on, let me see, but a simple no would have been cool, but don't have an issue tweeting me out, though you make yourself look good. Because he kept just multiple retweeting me out. And he's not very bright. So he's not very bright at technology. So he tried to block, as you can see right here, he tried to block my post, right? But he's not very bright. So he said, well, he tried to come back with some bullshit. But the problem is, he tried to block me on a post, but the problem is I can see everybody else's posts. He was not very smart. The best thing he could have did was just block me, and that would probably eliminate a lot of things. But people saw this and they said the same thing, and they jumped on it. And Gabriel Smith said, "Hey, this generation is trying to be Aussie," and there's more. Please don't steal Mr. Welfare. They were on his ass. They said, clean, jeez. But don't you know how to do, but you now can do your own thing. You're killing. So people were on it. You got that shit too. So people were on it. And they said, no crime, move on, whatever. Yeah, people are actually enjoyable to watch. I know what they're saying. The crash out is insane. This dude cannot accept that he wasn't getting over with the fans. And that's why he got released. The man is blaming everything but himself. He definitely knows more and put way more than anyone on Twitter commenting, but he doesn't mean people on Twitter are wrong. Exactly. Like, he'll fucking use your shit. Like, you know what I mean? So I just didn't appreciate the disrespect he was showing me. Like, you know what I mean? Just using my shit. And all a simple no, but like, hey, blah, blah, blah. And they were just, it just goes on and on and on and on. You know what I mean? And there's some people that jumped in here and was, bro thought we were going to take his side. They, they thought he was going to take his side. So he got tired and he cut all these people off too on Twitter. So he hit me. He did a post. Let me see. Okay, so this is him. Like I said, he's not very smart technology wise. Says you're a grown man that doesn't know anything. Why is Vince, because I said to him, why are you using Vince McMahon as a trendy topic? Because, so he's using Vince McMahon now for clout. So he's using YouTube. He's using us as Twitter accounts. Now, then he started tweeting out Vince McMahon and then he tweeted out Hunter and Paul. So this is what he said to me after, because he's stupid, so he doesn't know how to block everything. So he says, you are a grown man that doesn't know anything. Because I said, I'm a grown ass man, talk to me like one. And he says, because I'm not on no troll shit, I really meant what I said. And he goes, why is Vince trendy? No one else does talking to him. No one's talking about him. I talk to Hunter Heyman regularly. You don't know that because you don't know anything. You tried to pay me to talk to you and I still ignore you. Laugh out loud, take a hint. So that's just how he conducts business. This is how AJ Francis conduct business. But he was dumb enough to. Let me see if I can do this one. Oh, what do you think you accomplished with this? Do you think this makes me want to do an interview with? And I said, I don't. At this point, I didn't care about an interview with him because, I knew what he was because that's why I called him out. It was like 2 weeks, a week or 2 weeks before, something like that. So I was like, oh, this guy is something else. You know what I mean? So that's why I called him out. He said, let me block his tweets so he can feel superior. Because he started and a ball licking fan base. Worshipping another grown man to me is crazy for clout. He said, you tried to pay me to talk to you. So he was trying to make it about that. And that's what an interview is called, jackass. And then he's tried to make it seem like I never reached out to him. And I said, it's called an interview. Wearing clown suits to get over don't help. What could have helped is going down to the PC and homing your ring skills. Let that speak for itself. And you can see the message I was so I'm a content creator on social media. Would like to set up an interview from a YouTube channel. What's your rate you charge for interviews? Appreciate you. Of course, he blocked me now, but it was open at the time. Of course, he blocked me to make it seem like he didn't. And then, so this is pretty much it. And then let me see if there's anything else. Let me see if there's anything. Oh, yeah, then he got smart enough someone reached out to him and told him to cut that shit out. And then he blocked he finally got smart enough and figured out how to block the post. Maybe somebody over at Impact or whatever saw it and told him to get off the fucking Twitter. And so, and then people were like roasting him or whatever. Let me see if there's anything else. But this is him and this is my interaction with him, and he's dumb. He's not very smart. You know what I mean? He's not very smart. You could see, like he doesn't know how to erase his stuff. So my whole thing was this: if you are a professional wrestler and you have got, take advantage of your opportunities. You never know who that person is that turns out to be. You never know what I will be in a year or 6 months, 3 months, or even a month's time. So to be too big to use my followers on Twitter and retweet me out, and let me see if I can find those tweets. Let me see if I can find them. But he just kept like retweeting me out a lot every time I would. Because I'm cool with everybody. I big up everybody. You know what I mean? If you're doing something good, I'll retweet you out. I'll tweet you out, not retweet you, but I'll make a post or whatever. So he was smart enough to block it. Let me see if I can go to my notifications. Let's see. Let me see here. That was a little bit more. So I'm not a troll or anything. I just you know, was just like, why are you using my name for clout like that? You know, and you know, it's and then when people start, as the comments I just read to you, you know, you can see people are using people were coming at them. So let me see if I can read them out. Uh, let me see here. If I can find it, you guys. So apparently he's not very popular with people. He said that people are like, see, this is the interview right here. I DM'd this guy to do an interview and even asked him how much he charged, but got ghosted. It's simple no. Would have been cool, but don't have an issue with tweeting me out to make yourself good. You know, that's when I already read those comments, whatever. And then one guy said, laughed out, retweeted, says, why would you even want to interview this nigga? So he was like, bro, why would you want to interview him? He's not even... let's see. That's pretty much it. You know, then there were other people that stopped by. But I just want to kind of touch base on AJ Francis and how he conducts business. So basically what he does is he... let's do this. Let's go over to his other account. He's not very... He doesn't know what he's fucking dealing with. Let me go ahead and take this off for a second so you can't see it. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign in. So you guys can look at if his posts are still there. He might still be talking shit like he is the greatest person in the world. But I'm here to like expose people, man, that don't do things right. You know what I mean? And let me see if I can find him. All right, here he is, right here. I think his shit's to be open. Yeah, he's not very smart. But so let me see. So this is what he does. If you see right here, when someone says something, he just retweets them out. You know what I mean? He's on it. You know, everything he retweets you out, like just because clout. You know what I mean? You know, just living off your clout. You know, let me see here. Let me see if I can. A prime example. You never know. I can tell you about this guy. This guy's a dickhead. This guy Ross. So they pushed this girl called Christine on Twitter. Has no motion at all on any other platform, and we helped her, and she was scamming people, and like she posts merch on her Twitter, and that's other people that actually made he post stuff, and so he always posting out this right here. This has nothing to do with him. He's just posting stuff out like, bro, it has nothing to do with him. Like it's like he's using it for clout. You know what I mean? Let me see if it's still here. He's not very smart. With this with this technology. He thinks that he literally thinks he sold those tickets. Bro, you had nothing to do that. This has nothing. You had the Hardys come back. You have Nick Nemeth. You have a lot. You know what I mean? Bro just does this thing to make. You have Joe Hendry, who's like, one of the top guys right now. You have Jordan Grace doing her thing. You know what I mean? So you have all these things. I'm trying to. Well, you see, he retweets everybody like it's his. It's the weirdest thing, bro. I've never seen so much crash out. Let me see. He won't follow you either. You know. And it's sad because these content creators are really putting in their work and time to do their YouTube and stuff, and he just uses them. I mean, let's just see if I can go down here. Let me see. He started. Yeah, Ross Foreman's a piece of shit too. I'm gonna tell you what he did. So, I went to the so Christine. I don't know why they suck her pussy like that, but I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm fucking gonna keep it real. This girl scams dudes. She scammed several dudes. They tried to set her up like for like a TNA show on Fightful, whatever. A bunch of people came and said, no, don't do that. She's scamming people. And the dude came out and posted, and her little teeny followers got on him, and he didn't know how to react. I don't think he cares anymore, but I'm not. I just keep it real with what it is. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Let me see if he blocked it out. Let me see. Let me see if he deleted that shit or not. So this was the original post that I responded to. And I looked at it and I said, nah, man, I can't let this shit go by. Last year when I was being used, people said Vince loves you when a guy wears suits. So I would come fly out to the shows. I guess I was only certain guys in suits. So he was just saying Vince McMahon. And I'm like, bro, like, and that's when everybody started coming on him. They started, like, the comment section was, and then he deleted a lot of the comments and blocked people off and stuff. And I came at him. I was like, nah, bro. You know what I mean? I said, nah, we're not crashing out like that. You're not doing that. And I'm gonna tell you what Ross for. So when I went to the event, so they were pushing this girl like she was this big social. I'm like, bro, she got no motion like that, especially, on anything. She's stealing from this one girl. And I might do a video one day. I just literally going deep diving into it. But this one girl makes like the little nylon things, whatever. She bought those and made it seem like they were hers, and she started selling them. That's how fucked up that is. And they push people like this. This is what TNA wrestling does. Ain't no way Top Dollar resorted to engagement farming by comparing himself to another wrestler. So that's what he does. He does engagement farming. Like he'll retweet stuff, whatever, and he'll engage farming or whatever. You know. So I just, but look at all these comments, bro. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, what? Everybody's like, bro, you're tripping. You know, and there's some people that support him in here. I mean, what? But there's a lot of people like, what the fuck? And then they go back to this. This is why I say you should be in BC honing your skills. You know, they were on his shit. Like, why would you click farming is crazy, bro. But they was on his ass and he started blocking people off. And I called him out on it, you know what I mean? And they still was on his ass for a whole day. Let me see if I can find my, see if he was smart enough. Let me see. Yeah, he was smart enough to block that one out. But this is pretty much what he said in the original tweet. And then he tried to retweet. Let me see. And but he was farming. Clout farming. It's like a thing on Twitter. If you take people's shit or you take something and you make yourself try to big you up yourself and make you seem like you're a bigger person and you're not. But guarantee you, bro, no one's paying like that. Maybe 20 people may pay to see you, but you're not a draw like that. You weren't a draw like that. You got fired because you couldn't even fucking dive off a top rope. Let's just keep it real. All right. You should have been down there honing your skills. You should have been in better shape. You got to TNA and you still were not in better shape. You didn't change yourself. There's wrestlers that get fired and they do a revamp of their thing. You did nothing. All you did was the same thing you did in WWE that didn't get you over and you got released. To go out there and to do a stupid thing and go in business for yourself and use how, you know, everybody knows WWE is the end all be all. Okay, let's just be honest. Let's be real. All right, WWE is the end all be all. You want to work for the WWE. It's the top company. You're stupid if you don't want to work for the top company, right? But what it is this. Is why would you go in there and trash the creative director or that has ties, that's one of the most powerful people at the company's father, on top of that, still the guy's father, regardless, right or wrong or what how you feel, and to retweet a trendy topic and to click farm like that and on Twitter it was crazy. And that's why you saw those messages before. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? You already did that to me, because he did that to me 3 times when he, you know, and he was trying to make himself look better. And then, you know, of course, you know, and that's when I was like, I called him out by this post. And then he was like, you're trying to say, hey, you're trying to pay for me, ha 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 ha. Well, newsflash, dipshit. Any wrestler that I reach out to or try to do an interview with or whatever, I always ask them how much they charge or if they charge anything. There's some wrestlers don't even charge anything. They just be happy just to do interview, because it's not like I'm flying them in or anything. We're just usually on a Zoom call. I'll ask them 10, 15 minutes worth of questions. If I do decide to do something like that, that's usually where it goes. The only one time that I was gonna go to a location and to do a interview with someone, and you know, that was for health reasons why it didn't work out. But and not anything negative. I was just health reasons. I had to get surgery or whatever. That's why it didn't work. So I just never met a time and date or whatever. But my whole point is this: is I just want to kind of touch base on this guy and expose who this guy really is. Just be careful retweeting this guy or tweeting out this guy. As you can see, Vince McMahon is trending right here. And you can see he's using Vince McMahon right here as clickbait as well. And so this is something this guy does. Be careful of his Twitter farming, his click farming, and his tweet farming for to use you or expose you, what have you. Ever since then, he decided to do a couple of interviews, trying to make himself look better, try to do a little clinical PR work or what have you. But those little YouTube channels that he was doing things, so fuck them too, and I'll come after you too. I'm just tired. I'm gonna start exposing people. I was on Twitter and be like, play these politics or whatever. I'm gonna start exposing everybody, and I'm gonna go and do a deep dive into her too, and the shit she does, because it's kind of fucked up what she did to people, and to all those people that are about clout and running to clout, that are very disloyal. Fuck you too.